Okay, question. Can I climb Death Mountain today? There's a few different shrines to check out on the way up that I've already spotted from my previous excursions. Also need to look into this at some point. And one of these must be the local tower, and one of them must be the local geoglyph. And I mixed the two of them up. I mixed the two of them up with their iconography because they both felt like intuitive ways to express it at some point. It makes sense to use the crystal for a geoglyph because it's geo, so rock. It also makes sense to use the crystal for a tower because it's tall looking. And I think at some point I got my wires crossed and did both. Admittedly, by the time we were getting involved with the geoglyph stuff, I was also... Let's do this first. What direction is this in? Yeah, there it is over there. Dazzle fruit. Okay, admittedly, by the time I started getting into geoglyph stuff, I had a decent number of the towers already done. So in an ideal world, I could have just been done with them anyway. And not had to worry about it so much. Man, the surface of this planet is very complicated looking. There's definitely a few specific landmarks, but otherwise at times when I look down at it, I'm like, what am I looking at? How do I parse this? See how close I can get. This is definitely helping me get around faster now. Okay, that's interesting. I think that's like fog? Because that should be the Lost Woods based on where it was last time. So you probably can't just like land in it or something? Yeah, I think there's fog over it. You probably, if you try to land in it, you probably get teleported to the entrance or something. But from a distance, it just looks like a giant pit. Doesn't look like woods. Doesn't look like woods at all. I do somewhat need to get back into my groove of, I had a system I was in the middle of like locating, all the shrines, which is how I set up that big marathon one where I just had like a streak of hearts going horizontally across this part of the map. And then just started knocking them all down for like 5 hours straight that one time. But returning a few months later and then doing this bit of the story, I'm a little out of practice on that part. Okay, I do need to land. Please don't land in the fog. Ow, it still hurt. Okay, we're fine. Didn't quite make it, but you can go pretty far with this power. It's helpful. I listened to some wee-woos. And there's another mage. Haven't fought one of those for a while. Look at how the geology is different here. The base of the volcanic mountain. Very different texture than we're used to. Although we're also not used to looking at exposed rock that much. There's a lot of snow and grass in this game. This is just a whole chunk of map we really haven't spent much time in. Are those red enemies? Wow. This zone... Oh, hello. This zone has red and black bokoblins, which are Wait, those aren't the starting ones. Red ones, red ones are starting ones. But then the next one is a blue bokoblin. That's the one that caused that formative memory of getting obliterated when I first started playing Breath of the Wild. And he, you only have like 3 or 4 hearts at the beginning of the game, and the black bokoblin can just one-shot you, and it's like, that's it. Spinning gears. Siekuku. Siekuku. Well, this one seems awfully straightforward. I do need the ball to be there, because I can't interact with the ball with this power. I can, but it's not... it won't help. There we go. Don't dodge the hole. Please go in on your own. It's unsatisfying if you don't. You can do it. 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 There you go. That was incredible how long it took to go in. It's a bowl. It wasn't even moving very much. That was it was just so perfectly done. Wow, from this angle, that looks like a golem. Oh, it's moving around a bit too. Yeah, I guess they always do that probably. I just don't look at them for very long because they're not moving that much, and you just run up and grab your reward and then get teleported right out. Wee woo. Okay. You can't spin it. You can't make it do stuff. Is ood. My power is the go up power and the rewind power. Doesn't work here. Rotate doesn't work. Okay, so the rotate powers don't work, which is weird because that's what they're supposed to do. Okay. Seems straightforward enough at first glance. Just gotta make this thing turn, and then this thing will turn. And if it turns the wrong way, you can just rewind it, and then it's going the right way. But it's not moving. And there's nothing here. Like, at first glance, you're like, well, duh, it's easy, simple, whatever. I know what to do. But I don't know what to do. Because I don't have anything to, like, fuse a thing to a thing. It does appear that there's a secret underneath here. Oh, now it's going. It wasn't going. This seems dangerous. I'm gonna get myself stuck in here. Help. Help. There's definitely a secret room down here. It's hinted at above there. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no! Let's see. Gonna make you go back up or something? We're down. Okay, now back up? Okay, yes, okay. At least there's that. Ah, jeez. Ugh. It's the beginning of session sneeze. We're just like 10 minutes into talking. It's like I just activate it. Alright, Huh. So I guess my confusion's kind of out the window. I'm confused about a new thing, which is why it wasn't working before, but whatever. I couldn't get it to do this before. I could make it go left and right, but I couldn't make it go up before, but then it did, so I guess we're good. Anyway. Confusion gone. It was a controls issue, where I'm just like, don't know why it is it. Sometimes you think you know what to do, and then it just doesn't work, and you're like, well, why doesn't it work? And then it just does work, and you're like, oh, I guess it does work. I guess something. It didn't quite connect for a bit there. Alright. Pozal Salved. I should probably be putting heart stamps underneath these also. Would be a smart thing to do. I don't know what the stamp cap is. Maybe I'll do more of these later. But I'm like, if I've noticed, if I know where a shrine is up here, like if I know where the underground things are, then I know there's a shrine above it. So if I know where the top things are, then I know that there's a light thing under it, which is just helpful for later when I want to actually go and illuminate the depths. There's the geoglyph. And there's the tower. Daisy. Korok. Giant triangular man that follows me around in public. Goals. Yeah, haha! Alright, let's find the teardrop. And the best way to do that is probably to go as high as we can and look back down. In terms of enjoying stupid sounds, sometimes I enjoy the fact that the stupid Moblin mask makes a stupid noise. Here we go. Also, it just was up here. I didn't even get to look at the geoglyph, really.
I managed to restrain him somehow. But Link, I am not sure you'll be able to stop him. How is the Master Sword? You're telling me that Link is safe? You traveled through time to find me and recover your strength.
Zelda, I believe there is a reason you were sent to us. It has to mean something.
I know why I am here. It's something only I can do. We will finally stop him.
To become an immortal dragon is to lose oneself.
I'll be forever changed. Link! You must find me.
Well, that one was a big deal. To some extent, every time I do a main story mission and people were like, what could it mean? There was like a Zelda or something? Could she... Like, they're all like gesturing around the idea that she travels through time and they're not quite able to piece it together. It's all made a little funny by the fact that I, as Link, have already found a lot of information that indicates largely what happened. But Link just doesn't tell anyone. The sword is what this one was. But yeah, that was a big deal overall. Particularly the part where it implies that something's going to happen to her. Become an immortal dragon. We also explicitly have the sword talking, apparently, which further gestures at the idea that the sword is Fi. As far as I know, the lore is that Skyward Sword established that the Master Sword not only is Fi the Master Sword in that game, Fi has always been the Master Sword, because it's the same Master Sword in every game, and that's the earliest point in the timeline is Skyward Sword, and Breath of the Wild's the latest point in the timeline. And I don't really care to pick apart the parts where there's multiple timelines, because that gets really messy, and supposedly this one is... I've heard it said that this is a sequel to all of the timelines or something. I'm not gonna deal with that anymore. Every time I deal with timelines, people get mad at me. I don't really care about the explicit idea of there being a Zelda timeline. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna sit here and like ignore like, oh hey, the sword's talking. Like was established in Skyward Sword. That means something. Yeah ha ha! I feel like I'm not finding as many Koroks as I used to in the first game. And I doubt there's fewer of them. I think there's just more to do in general, and one of the places where there is more to do is a place that has no Koroks. Is this one broken again?
Oh.
Good evening. Seems we meet again, eh? Sorry. This Skyview tower is out of order and maintenance is proving tricky. What's wrong? Well, the terminal that starts up the Skyview tower isn't working. I've checked all the terminal's parts, but nothing looks broken. I wonder if it's something to do with the tower itself is broken. Getting a little off task from Death Mountain here. Hey!
Hey!
Hello, my brother in research. I was waiting for you. You were?
Oh.
That's right. You remember me, right? It's me, Elfman. The one Elfman. I'm the one who discovered these big ruins all the way out here. I wasn't able to make much progress investigating them. I'm only one Hylian, and this, alas, is not a one Hylian job. And that's why I wrote to the Zonai survey team asking them to dispatch a researcher to assist me. Oh, I don't know who you are. And here you are, practically right after I sent my letter. Great response time. What? You're not a Zonai survey team researcher? You're just some guy? I see. So few people come through here. I assumed you had to be the assistant I asked for. My mistake. For all the trouble I've gone to, can't they send one assistant to help with my monolith research? Monolith research? Oops. Did you hear that? Sorry. Scrub that from your brain. It's not meant to be public knowledge. If you were from the Zonai survey team, I would tell you all about what I've discovered so far, but you're not, so let me help. I appreciate the offer, but that's not really allowed. Then again, there may not be a researcher who does have the look of an adventurer about him. Maybe his expertise will get things back on track. Just say your link, damn it. You know what? You're hired. For this project alone, I'm appointing you my research assistant. Come on, let's find out what secrets these ruins are hiding. Well then, we can dive right in. I'll start by showing you what my research has uncovered so far. Wait here. Oof. Like, oof. Yikes. Take a look. I think you'll be pretty surprised by this discovery. I'm getting a little off task here. Maybe I will just kind of screw off today and not do one of the story bits and then go back to story for a bit. There is more to do in general. Keep finding more stuff like this. Display the power of the Sage of Wind to the owl protected by many dragons. So many dragons. Eh? Aren't you surprised? Yeah. Wow. Right? Right? The Zonai were an ancient civilization with their own system of writing. Almost no one living today can read Zonai's script. But you can read the inscription on that monolith, right? That's because it's written in Hyrulean. Though these ruins appear to be Zonai in origin, they feature text written in modern Hyrulean. How could that be? Who built these ruins and for what purpose? This is just a possibility, but the monoliths that were found might be pointing to a spot somewhere in the ruins. You and me, we're going to get to the bottom of this. I need to find that spot. There. We may find yet another monolith that tells us what these ruins were, why these ruins are built. It's just a hunch, but it's also your boss's hunch, so... The owl protected by dragons. Two quests for the same thing, I think? Display the power of the Sage of Wind to the owl protected by dragons. I might need to have all 4 powers to do this anyway. But I can do one of them. Display the power of the Sage of Water in the presence of 6 dragons. I have those 2 powers. There was a small ring of dragon head statues somewhere, wasn't there? Oh, in its place. Where was that again? So I can kinda sorta get things started. I'm not gonna be able to finish it all of it. Can I do it at this height? Yes, I can. Ah! I'm a little upsetty right now. Is time frozen when I'm like this? I think it is. Nope. Y'all didn't tell me we were in danger. Okay, calm down, Birdie. Slap it with the leaf. Whee! Oh god, I really went far. Wow. Rocket strong together. Okay, so there's some kind of repairs. Is it just the fact that this is in the way? Might just be the fact that this is in the way. I can't move it while I'm on it, right? Hmm. Can I reach up there? Nope. Okay. I attach you. I'm not going to activate the other rocket. What? Oh. Wow, we went really high. Okay. I may have not thought this through all the way. That's not gonna work. You know what? All I need is a trusty wind leaf, right? I just want to go up in the air a bit. That's all I was going for. This is not a good plan either. So my goal was just to make the platform go up a bit, then put the other rocket on the platform. On this platform to knock it away, because I couldn't aim high enough to move it. So my goal is just to get this one out of the way. But apparently one rocket alone is very strong still. Because it went so high up that I couldn't really reasonably put the other rocket on this platform. Anyway, I've somewhat moved it. If I could safely stand on top of this tower, then I could use my power to move this. But I don't trust that. But I also don't have the patience to do this forever, so... I also don't know how long this will last, if it's gonna break on me. Okay, cool, I can stand up here. Go away. I did a video game. A little nervous about how quickly they registered the success, though. I'm like, I don't know, man. I wouldn't want it to be that close to the opening. How would Hyrule? The terminal is working again, even though I didn't do anything. Huh? There was something blocking the top of the Skyview Tower. The terminal and the lid on top of the tower are connected. So if the lid wouldn't work because it was blocked, I guess the terminal wouldn't work either. Well, I'm in a hurry and everything seems to be working properly, so I'll head out. Bye! Thanks for fixing the Skyview Tower. I'm off. You did it. Congratulations. Wow! BRB going to the sky. I think we've only got like a couple more of these left. There's islands up here. That one looks like a D-pad. How you feel about D-pads? Alright, first priority is always to try to find the local islands and look for if there is a shrine on them. I see a shrine. Let's check up here. It looks like a shrine that's missing a rock. Yeah. Just want to see if I could spot it up here, because it might be up here. Okay. I'm not seeing a secret cave. It's not a very big island. Well, it's got to be somewhere. Alright, buddy, hit me with it. Seek the crystal and whatnot. It's below. It's in the boss fight chamber. Okay, so first you have to beat the boss and then you have to get it back up here. This is turning into a project. I got more of these than I used to. Blah. Shock emitter. A Zonai device that shoots a shocking bolt from its horn when struck. Oddly, only the horn conducts the bolt. The rest of the head is safe to hold. Oddly? What do you mean oddly? People would hopefully design a thing to be usable. I thought that was like a metal plate you could interact with. For me, it's funny that, like, if you go back, one of the first things I did was go check out the Gerudo direction. And that's one of the... And then I just immediately... I think I got deflected by a big wall and cold weather and a few other things. And I've just never gone back. I think that was like 50 hours ago. Nope. Okay, I have seen that one before. He's already labeled. Gotta keep an eye out for the green squiggles. Hello, creature that is easily defeated by gravity power. And also the crystal's just on your back, so I guess I can just take it if I want to. And just not deal with the rest. I still had the big wind paddle. That would have been a good way to deal with the Oh, this thing is not high level. I am used to these being higher level than this. Yeah, like, can you guys help out a little bit more? This poor AI is just not ready for these fights. Like, bro, it's just hit it. It's in a vulnerable state. This is your chance to punish, and the AI doesn't know what to do with it. Is this even worth it? I guess the Royal Claymore is already trash. No, it's a cooler Claymore. Nope. You are not allowed to hustle. This is going to be a no hustling zone. Hip, 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 hip. Yep. 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 Okay, there is an additional rocket. That's good. Okay. Oh, there's a lot of rockets. I was wondering how I was going to get this platform, which is clearly how I'm intended to get there. Wondering how exactly I was going to navigate. This is the very important distinction: is you press B. If you press B, it doesn't attach. If it attaches, they will activate with the original rocket, and they'll all fire at once. And then I'll be out of rockets. That'd be very bad. I just have to hope they don't fall off. That would be very bad, too. There's a great way of making them not fall off would be to attach them, but I can't attach them. I also need to be able to swing at this without hitting them. Okay. Okay. Whew. Okay. That lean was making me progressively more nervous as it went on. I'm also trying to grab the one that they're not currently all attached to so they don't, like, scatter on me. Nope! That's what I was worried about. Very much would have liked to have grabbed that in time. Alright, well, I think we're gonna land... Alright, we're gonna be pretty safe. Let's be very careful. Are we directly over a platform? Okay. The big thing here is, will this thing land weird, or will it just fall straight down and... Okay, good. It doesn't freak out. Listen, we've all played video games before, we've all dropped something from a great distance, and then when it lands, it just goes off in a direction. Because of how it deals with the velocity it was going at. I'm like, I can't really hold it and jump. It's the safest way to make sure it doesn't go somewhere. This is definitely a case where they had to be very careful. Oh, it's just one of these. And they designed the island to be like X number of rockets away. My entire reward is a magic rod. Dang. I'd like to have a supply of these, like it's worth holding on to. Probably more more valuable than some of my dumber things. My inventory is so stupid. There's like some power weapons, a paddle, a rock sword, I have another paddle. I have multiple paddles. And then there's the rocket sword. For some reason I thought I was out of paddles, but I actually have multiple paddles left. Had. Now it's gone. Well, that worked out overall. Now I can feel accomplished. Okay, so something's up with these, right? Trying to remember. I can't remember if they just have like a glyph or if I was getting the weird unique currency from them. It's over here. Okay, it is below me. It's definitely like spread throughout the sky like they're important. They're like a weird, reoccurring, very recognizable thing. But I don't exactly remember what happened last time. But I have been collecting a weird series of objects in the sky that feel like another currency. Like the ones you use to upgrade your health. But significantly rarer. Oh? Oh? Oh. Oh? Is it gonna go in the hole? Okay, that hole's bigger than it looked. That's never happened before. It's etched with ancient Hyrulean text. It cannot be read. Like, you cannot read it. What? What? I went through a few emotional moments there where I was like, for a moment, I'm like, do they all do that? Did something change? Like the fact that I have these summons now? Or is this one uniquely doing this? I can't read them. Guess I'll mark it with a star. I don't remember what stars were. I have another star marked somewhere, but they are star platforms, so it makes sense to mark them with a star for later. The fact that that's a reoccurring, recognizable thing makes it seem important, and the fact that it did a really weird, unique interaction there is itself, like, it's very interesting. I don't know if I've ever checked below these before, so I don't know if they were over an abyss pit every time. I'm not sure. I have not collected Zonite for a while. Like I said, pretty deprioritized now that I've got let's see. Just out of principle, whenever I'm down here, I like to go collect a local landmark. And expand my world a bit. That's a big boss fight. Not my bow being badly damaged. Okay, being down here is going to be made easier now, too. Obsidian Frux. No. 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 I'm not here for you. It's not all about you, Frux. Okay, fine. Why don't you go Frux yourself? Stop. Another boss. There's so many down here. I'm not interested in copy-paste boss fights. You were an okay fight, but I already did it. It was a sufficiently eventful whoa moment when the game, when going down a hole, dropped me directly on top of an obsidian Frux, and then I had to fight the Frux. Technically could have just run away and left, but it was like an eventful thing of like, whoa, I landed here and in the pitch black and there was a whole boss fight down here. But now that novelty's gone, and now it's just repeating. Oddly enough, reminds me of my issues with Elden Ring, where like the first time you fight a death bird, it's really cool. It's surprising how they implement it and so on. Oh, there's something. I can go to that one too. The death bird is a surprise and it's neat. But then there's more, and you're like, oh, they just did that, but again. That's disappointing. Because it takes away from the uniqueness of the original experience in the first place. Is this a new shrine? It's one I already had spotted. And that's one I've already found. Might as well continue towards my original goal, though. Original goal being an extremely dubious thing to say, given how this episode's going. I sat down today to do another 5-hour session where I do the story, a story chunk over the course of it, but then I've kind of been like, you know, if I wasn't feeling the last story arc, maybe take a break and go do something else. And come back for the story later. Alright, this is a mine. I'm already in this hole anyway, so I might as well visit the mine. I'm not gonna mine everything. I can, but we'll just add this to the list of places I can go to if I want to mine things. There we go. So there's often a chest. Yep, there we go. That is normally especially worth gathering. How much is it, though? I'm trying to remember how much... I've forgotten all the math for how the battery works now. Look at all these. To be gathered off-screen or not at all, because it would probably take me 5 to 10 minutes to clear out this mine. And we've seen that before. But I have forgotten the math of how many zonite become this many crystallized zonite charges, become this many batteries. Because no step of the process is one-to-one. For being badly damaged, this bow really held out for a while. Oh, it fired already. You know, I'm never entirely sure. Whenever I fire... Whenever I knock an arrow that has a thing on it, but then I don't fire it, do I still lose the thing? As many a time, either the information changes and I have to change my mind, or I just accidentally knock the wrong object and I have to be like, ah, and then go knock the correct object. And if, it would suck if every single time that happened I lost the correct one. I suppose there was one way to find out once and for all. Sort by type. King scale, 4. Okay, there we go. I have, he gave me 5, I fired one of them to do the story, I still have 4 more. I definitely knocked a king's scale on accident when I meant to do something else. Like a splash fruit. And so there should not be 4 of them if you lose them. It's nice to solve a mystery immediately and then move on with your life. Man, this source of light is way harder to find than the one that I ended up finding on accident on the way here. I did not anticipate this being a problem. Ah! Bleep bloop. 5. That was not worth coming here for. Actual garbage. Hey, there's one. Is that the one I was here for? I don't think so. Man, I would not climb a tree for 5 souls. That should have been way more than 5. You regularly find clusters of them that are like 10 plus, just kind of like... You just have to pick them up individually, but they're just like filling up a field. Like those, that's more. That's more reward there. What, okay, is that... Why is Tears of the Kingdom like this sometimes, man? If you're gonna put it at the top of a tree that I have to use multiple powers to get to, it should be like 20 or 50, like a chunk of them. They're drip fed to you so slowly anyway. Okay, I'm starting to think that I like miss... I'm starting to think that maybe that's the one I saw? I don't know. My mark is over there, but I just don't see it at all. Hey, little guys. Let's just go to this one. Good enough. This might have been the one I saw in the distance, and maybe when I shot it from the distance, it, like... My beacon collided with a wall on the way here. I don't know if the direction for that lines up. We're close enough that I'd like to not spend any more ammo and light sources. So I'm trying to just run for it. Based on the idea that the floor will be glowing red when I get close enough, so I should be able to see the hazards. The question is just whether or not there's a surprise hole or something. Also, I could be wearing my not see in the dark, but emit a light source armor, but... Well, it's too late for that! Yeah, no, there should be a light. There should be a route over there. There should be an Naruto sandstorm. I checked my map a minute ago, and there was a shrine above that. Oh god, it's way up there. It is way up there. Okay. I can see where the problem might be. Okay. Yeah, we already know about that shrine too. And this is looping it back around to some of the beginning of the game a bit. That's okay. I'm not gonna do that. I don't feel like dealing with that right now. TBH. We have another glyph down. Let's go get this shrine that I passed over and under now. Okay, what is my... Okay, let's get rid of this. Okay, that's been looming for a bit. I've just had this red beacon sitting there. And it looks like it's just on the Temple of Time. So... I must have just been aiming my shot. Like, I must have just been having to fly. My goal was to get there or something, and... So I made a beacon, and then never touched it, and then forgot why I was there. I do wonder if the other flowers drop their payload when you land on them or not now. There it is. And what is that? Could just be some random island, but it stands out as just being weird. I'm I'm trying to remember whether or not you can spot a geoglyph at a distance and register on the fly whether you've been there before or not. I know I've been to that one, the Metroidy one. I know that you can shoot a beacon at it and then fly at it. Then you can shoot a beacon on it, then look at your map to see where the beacon is, and then see if the has the water droplet icon on it. Or just the fact that it's on your map. I think if it's on your map at all, then that means you've seen it before. But my map isn't what I see with. I see with my eyes. It's just not that big of a deal. It's just that the, for as long as I don't have all of them done, I'll be periodically double checking some of them to see if I have that one yet. Because I don't think I can tell at a glance whether or not... Is it dark one? Shining in darkness. Okay. No, just the thing. Oh, it's in real darkness too. Welcome to the horror shrine. That's the door, but it's locked. So there's probably something over here that lets you unlock it. Spikes. Something to disincentivize you from just running into walls until you get there. Just chuck it. There's always something very funny about how time just pauses in this game. Don't know if touching these beams makes the... Yeah, these are normally traps. The beam doesn't burn you. Is that trigger something? So it might make the spikes come at you? What I would think. Oh. Chuckles, I'm in danger. Can I not get it out because the light is too heavy? Oh my god, really? Okay. That's funny. Secret chest. Also not my destination, apparently. Small key. Oh, that might be it. Okay, that probably was my destination. You don't get a lot of keys in here. It's usually just, ah, you opened it. Oh, another chest.
Yep.
I think I remember luminous stones being a light source or something. I'm not sure. They're called luminous, obviously. But like, if they ever were, I feel like they're probably a bit out of date by now. With the way this game has the glowing plants, which are just incredibly more viable. Oh. Oh, that's the entrance. I don't recognize it in the darkness. Wee woo. Oh, it's over. We did it. I did it. You don't get credit. Who do you think you are? Getting credit. I did it. Me. Free heal. I will very much take a heal that I didn't have to work for.